Welcome to my podcast of the dramatized version of my short stories. Today's short story is Speaking to the Stars. This short story was published in the Soul Curry section of Times of India many years ago. Later, this story was included by Times Group into a book that was the collection of select Soul Curry articles. If you like to listen to my story, please click the bell icon and follow me. After several decades, I stood by the large window of my house and looked up at the star-studded sky. Flakes of cloud floated aimlessly above my head. They seemed closer to the stars than I was. They used to share their thoughts with me. I'm sure they are the same stars even this day, dotting the canopy over my head. But I did not think of them for many years. I was busy in other important activities like counting money, developing career, flirting women, building family, etc. Overall, I was living a grown-up's life, Mature individuals do that anyway. I had no time to speak to the stars. Today, when I could not see much on the ground in front of me, I raised my head to check them out. It was a pleasant surprise for me that they were still glittering as they did decades ago. I had to break a long silence, so I said, "How are you?" They didn't answer, but impassively kept gazing at me. In fact, I was not sure if it was me they were looking at. I said again, "Can you hear me? I am your old friend. I used to share my thoughts with you many years ago." I think this reference rang a bell and there was a reply. "Oh boy, you are back again." I felt embarrassed. Come on, I am no boy anymore. I am a grown-up, a man. The reply sounded a bit caustic. "So, how is it that you have come back to us?" I wanted to share some sorrows of mine that could not draw concern of anybody on the ground. I made some money. I have a decent career. Lot of people pay respect to me. Their response cut my confession short. "You built your reasons for being proud in life. Why are you here now?" Yes, that gives me comfort beyond any doubt. But it's not without a price, The reply came with a trace of authority. "Everything doesn't cost. Only you might have chosen what is up for sale." I said, "Maybe you are right, but I don't know about things available for free. I had to buy all that I wanted." The stars replied, "Well, a chest full of fresh air doesn't cost, does it? Chirping of the early birds come without a price, isn't so? Don't you appreciate them?" I could not remember either of these two pleasures, but did not want to hurt their feelings. Yes, you are correct. However, I was talking about something else. I lost the tender touch of my mother many years back. "But when did you realize that?" "Only few days back," I replied. The stars commented sarcastically. "And why is that?" "Perhaps I did not find it missing for many years." "Of course, grown-ups do not need support." I felt embarrassed. I have been promoted thrice in 2 years in the company. They asked, "What's wrong with that? It must have made you happier." Yes, of course, but I wanted to finish my words. "But did you start singing in pleasure like before?" "No, I am a senior person now. I can't sing aloud just for the sake of it. I had to grow a solemn personality, "We understand. Tell us, what bugged you then?" "Well, the fact that I grew so proud that I missed telling my father that I learned so much from him in life. He passed away before that." The stars suddenly questioned, "Do you get the red and yellow flowers you plucked in the morning when you were a child in the city you stay now?" I was a bit surprised at this question for a moment. "Well, I don't know, but I don't play with flowers anymore. I am a grown-up. I have other things to do. My daughter can answer that. She's a child. The stars asked me, does Santa Claus bring you a packet of chocolates during Christmas night? I waved my hand. Oh, come on, there is no Santa Claus. The stars snapped. But we remember your argument those days that Santa Claus was actually your father. I laughed. Yeah, I remember. It was my father who brought chocolate, not Santa Claus. Tell us, where is the red ball that you once threw at us? And when it came down, you giggled and clapped in pleasure that we failed to catch the ball. I strained my memory to recall the incident. Yes, I remember now. But I don't know where the ball is. I lost that long ago. They seemed to smile sardonically. By the way, where are your toys? The dancing joker, the talking bird, the train with two bogies. Do you play with them even today? No, those are lost too. Like my memory of the past. Don't you get bored lately? Yes, I do, but I don't play toys for that matter anyway. I have other means to overcome that. I drink, I go to parties, I do some more work for my company. I do not know what else. So you are a grown-up now. Yes, I am. I laughed. It sounded so funny to me. The stars glittered once again a little brighter, and they said, that's good, but we don't talk to grown-ups. You lost so much, losing us should not cost you much. Goodbye. And they appeared to be still twinkling far away, but perhaps not looking at me. Suddenly, I was lost in a billion faces on earth. I called out, I have so much to share, please. But there was absolutely no response. They kept on twinkling but paid no heed to my calling. I felt a pinch of dejection.
Baba, let's go to sleep.
My daughter pulled the edge of my shirt. I took her hand and went upstairs to the bedroom. I set the pillow for her and kept her favorite doll near her and shut the window to switch on the air conditioner.
Can't we keep the window open tonight like we did last week?
I was surprised. But why? The air conditioner would not run that way and the climate is hot. She said,
the stars were telling me a beautiful story in the evening when I was in the garden. But it was not finished and Mom called me for dinner. I want to hear the rest of the story.
I envied my daughter. They don't speak to me anymore, but they share their thoughts with her. I lost too much.
Baba, please.
She pestered. I mumbled, sure, but would you tell me the story you heard from them once it's over? I shall not sleep tonight till I hear it from you. I opened the window. It was almost midnight and I was drifting into a slumber when my 4-year-old daughter was telling me a story.
There was a little prince far away in a lonely planet where there